Hello, welcome to the stream, where I haven't done one of these in before UFO 50, before Donkey Kong 64, so 8 months. Hi Jimbo. Hi Bridget. How random of a game. Not if you know me. And legally speaking, you should know me. We're going back to el usual, Spanish for the usual. That is, two seeds. Count them, two. Kind of basic little baby one. And this time I decided to try Doorlock Rando for the second one, because that's been added in the several months since we last played this. So, let's begin. Can't wait for the Radley Vance jump scare. Believable. Yeah, we're doing zero silo docking. Good old 5 out of 5 infant Metroids. One thing I'm immediately noticing is that the door locks are now different. It's not just ordinary flashy gray. I know that the colored ones also have symbols on them these days. Well, we'll get to that when we see one. As per usual, it's mostly default settings, so we're taking the 50-50 and seeing if it's the data room. It's not immediately visible. It's morph. Yeah, it's admittedly I don't think I've even played Metroid Fusion in general since the last time I did a rando of it. I mean, it's one of my favorite games ever, so I think, legally speaking, I'll probably be fine. So, seeing as we have morph, obviously, the first thing we're supposed to do is go see what's under the stairs. See, yeah, that's what a yellow lock looks like. It's got a little arrow. Always bet on under the stairs when you get early morph ball. Also, I forgot that I have a fast morph map to select. By select, I of course mean touchpad, because Sony doesn't believe in select buttons anymore. Kinda sad. There's that specific core node whose name I've forgotten because I haven't played this game in ages. Okay, what's in the closet? E. Okay, so blue locks just have a little dot on them. Nice. Yeah, since last I checked, I don't have any locks besides 0. And no missiles. Which means that following morph is the only real choice. Shoutouts to that tile. Okay, what do you have in here? Not major missiles. like, go away. You love how some enemies are just chilling? Yeah, the slugs are just kind of happy to be here. I think legally they're called zeros on the streets, but I'm a guy who loves Metroid but doesn't know the names of like half the enemies. Ouchie. Anyway, this is what happens when I'm lazy and I don't have any combat capabilities besides this pea-shooter beam. Standard Metroid fare, yes, but regardless. Yes, we will be sitting here and doing this. I can't really think of a whole lot of other places I can go to with just morph ball and bombs. Which is why we're trying to get over here to this one singular check. Well, it's not a major, which is sort of what I was hoping for. But seeing as all we have is more fallen bombs, this is basically like playing intended Metroid Fusion, except not really. Thank you, instant morph button, which I remembered. GLHF. Hi, Jupiter News. Yeah, remember when I played Metroid Fusion? I do. Beginning to be sorely disappointed with the amount of majors I have. But, I mean, this game has save warping, so I'm pretty sure legally I'm gonna be fine. There's like a save room over here. So can you guys, like, leave? Thank you. Too far to the right, aren't I? Yeah, I never remember where this stupid pillar is. Can I have like some actual loot? Answer my questions now. Casually checking my Samus screen just in case there's something critical I've forgotten. The answer seems to be no, there's not. Because I don't give myself starting items on this preset. Legally distinct spinies. I don't see why they'd have to be legally distinct. This is Nintendo. Nintendo making Nintendo games for Nintendo gamers. There's level 1 key cards, but we can't jump up there. And power bombs. Pretty sure legally we're stuck down here without save warping. And me being a streamer, I've already forgotten if I've saved or not. Everything's fine. And get me out from Cyber Owls. Where are we going with this current amount of gear? Certainly not to Arachnus. Oh wait, I forgot that they opened the silly DNA bridge. It's been 500 years. Remember my childlike sense of joy and wonder at them finally untangling the stupid DNA bridge that never gets fixed in the base game? Oh yeah, that's something I also forgot. Okay, where are we going then? Like, if we go backwards through Arachnus, we just get walled by Arachnus. Like, who cares about Arachnus? I currently don't because I don't have missiles. Well known to be a requirement to fight every boss in this game except for Box. Up there is just green stuff. There is that item that's in Sector 2 Escape that we're legally allowed to get. Wow, thank you for giving me a spam bot during the elevator ride. I guess legally speaking, I'm also allowed to check blue data room. It's been space jumped 700 times in my life before. So we can make it 701. Finally, something. We haven't heard this jingle in like 10 minutes. Wow, now you can actually do things. Yeah, it's the randomizer. Good for randomizers. You play randomizers too. Don't you play, like, Earthbound Randomizer? You aren't legally allowed to make fun of randomizers. I knew the risks I took when I made this my settings. You mean you'd say because you played randomizers, that means you get to make fun of them? You know, I had the same thought going through my head. Okay, yeah, that's after I got my red doors. Runs the AP Fusion as elevator and tube random. Yeah, because since it's open source, they just took over and went their own way with it, right? Yeah, since we have L4, we get this now. Don't boil over with excitement while exploring the lava maze. Guess the new maintainer wasn't trying to match Randomania. Nah, they're doing their own thing now. Hi Reggie, hope you're doing well. Haven't seen me play this in a while. Yeah, it's almost like I've been stuck in UFO 50 for 500 years. However, 500 years is over now. Yeah, it's probably a terrible idea considering I'm pretty sure I don't have like any way of damaging the Zebesians. And jumping over them also sucks. Hey loser, approach me. I forget, do you jump up here? Hey, look, it's Screw Attack. You thought I was gonna play Pac-Man again, or did I finish that one already? It's a roguelike. It's not finished for 500 years. Me when I accidentally walk off a ledge instead of jumping off. Well, we know where progress is. Yeah, Pac-Man, if it returns to streams, it's probably going to be on-off. On-off, maybe. Because, I mean, I remember I used to be a variety streamer. Did I see the game's ending or did I die? I finished all 3 runs successfully, I'll have you know. Which you can see now on my YouTube. Or watch the VOD because, legally speaking, it hasn't been 7 days yet. Read that oops and just saw a Parappa. Now I'm hearing Parappa's voice. Sorry you didn't know. Yeah, it's a roguelike. Which means, much like UFO 50, it takes hundreds of hours to finish. I still haven't even reached Act 4. Because I haven't unlocked it yet. Because I haven't unlocked the other 2 characters yet. No, Adam, I know him. I know what's going on. Alright, loser, get over here. You too, pal. There we go. Exploration is back on the table. Explode them out. Explode. I see you two are sharing the brain cell. Oh yeah, my bad. First he made me explode, then I made him explode. All's as it should be. Oh yeah, you can't peek that. That's in a wall, silly. Now we're legally allowed to look at everything about Arachnus except Arachnus. Magoo. Screw Attack reminds you of Mega Man spinning top, but good. Yeah, I've heard that's infamously not very usable, right? And this is what I'd put it on my missiles if I had them. It's trash. It's extremely glitchy. Nice, jank. And not the fun kind, I must imagine. We have the capacity to freeze enemies now. Or, well, we will. When we find the thing that lets us press the R button. In Mega Man Maker, the weapon was vastly improved. Never played it, only watched it. Just like real Mega Man games in that sense. Oh yeah, I forgot they made those unscrew attackable because screw attack is too polarizing in the logic. No fun allowed. Well, we can take the most useful shortcut now. So since we can't kill Gerons with it, that means that we have to go elsewhere. They basically made it work like the spin jump in Mario World. Does that include the part where you can bounce safely off of like 90% of things in the game? Because that's a vital part of the spin jump. E. You can cheese by spinning top last yard by making a weapon take its properties. What do you have for us, Attic? Wave Beam. Well, we deal more damage now, but I don't think this gets us any checks in the immediate vicinity. And we shoot SpaghettiOs. I thought he was slick. Perusing my current map. See if there are any cool places I can go. Yeah, that's locked behind a blue door, so we can't take the Sector 3 shortcut now. Sad. Time for everyone's favorite part of randomizer, aimless wandering. Actually, I just remembered one shutter that we can access with Wave Beam. It's back in main deck, which means we're going to have to go back to Reactor Core. I kinda just want to see what's over here first. That is main PBs. Where is it? Where is it? Plenty of peanut butter. Yeah. If only Grusselgurk was here, he'd be so happy. +5. Boink. Alright, Adam, where's the charge beam at? Sector 1. Alright, Aux Power, what you got for me? Ice? Well, we can go and get main PBs now. Also, our beam is incredibly ear-piercing, so have fun with that, guys. So pink. Yeah, that's what randomized beam pallets does to a man. With that main PBs, we can, I don't know, run around. Adventure, go places, have fun forever. Should probably turn that off for this. Just in case. There we go. Okay, yeah, I forgot that you can't one wall even with ladders. Okay, power bomb's just like nothing for us down there. Which is why we're going back up. Just follow your instincts. Legally speaking, I think we're allowed to go free animals now. Shouts to the hidden recharge room. Shouts to key hunters that we are not going to engage with. As expected, can't screw attack those either. Oh, it's a spring ball, and also high jump. Since it's high jump, that means we can get blue doors, because we know where those are. So far, it's a lot of main deck into Sector 2 in the main deck. E. Alright, Adakuns and Takora, what do you have? +5 when I eventually get missiles at some point within my lifetime. Oh yeah, I forgot that we can get off this now. Animal scan. Yeah, now canonically we don't die at the end of this seed. Also Tiny Burge. Hey, they're included. Oh yeah, I forgot that's also a change they made. No fun allowed again. And it just keeps happening. Get missiles or die trying. Since we have high jump, I think we're legally allowed to escape, reactor core if we go down in the big stupid shaft with all the Zabesians. We never actually looked at what that was, so like... Shut up, Adam, I don't care. Now that we have L2, we can also get our hints in Sector 1 and 2. If this doesn't pay out, we just map warp. Like we've been doing. As foretold, it didn't pay out. Missile case of doom and despair. Hey, it'll be really nice when, you know, we actually get missiles, which legally we must do in order to complete this game. We are going nowhere fast without them. Alright, Adam, how do you feel about this? Missiles are in Sector 4. If this isn't in logic, I don't really care. I don't think that save warps are in logic, but like, whatever, man. You're not my dad. Yeah, we have ice beam, so we can legally escape. Thanks to these courteous zeros. E. We'll take it, since we're still walking around in basic fusion suit. E3. Yeah, remember when that was the thing that existed? Now it kind of does still exist, like, in an all but name. It's like, I mean, I guess it's fine. +2. I'll say this year is not E3. E3 has been a little bit better, it seems. Can you imagine? New Spyro on the big 2026? It's pretty good outside of Nintendo. I've heard others say the same. Take a drink every time they mention the E3 build of the game in beta videos. Liver failure. So let's see if we can find this so-called missile launcher data. Flashing lights warning also as I come over here. And find the yellow card in the horrible electric water. Ouchie ouchie, but it's worth it. Pretty sure we only need missiles to check the second one of these. Hey, look, it's missiles. Admittedly surprised I haven't made an optional patch to remove the flashing. Yeah, Donkey Kong 64 got reduced flashing. Pretty sure it got reduced flashing in the randomizer and in, like, the actual NSO release they just did. Oh wait, it's missiles. Now we can fight things again. All is as it should be. I have a stim button that I can rapidly tap to make a funny sound. Oh, you forgot missiles get upgraded to along with the base beam? Yeah, we found diffusion earlier, but we haven't had missiles this whole time, so it hasn't mattered. But now we have them. And with diffusion comes the ability to freeze stuff, which we already have. And plus 5 damage, which is more interesting at this current point in my life. My current loadout, I'll take the plus 5. Legally speaking, I am allowed to fight Ceres right now, but I kinda don't have a guaranteed out. No gravity and no speed booster. Crab, can you, like, approach me? Crab, where are you going? Alright, give it back. Surely this will be value. It's an E-tank. At my current point in my life, I consider that value. Terms accepted. Okay, so now that we have the keys to every door in existence, how do you feel about this? Warp ball bombs. The world has slowly become our oyster. How do you feel about this? A movement system can be found in Sector 4. Imagine if Sarah says vanilla speed booster. We'll take those. We'll also take those. You just been looking for a bit. Common refrain. How's the run going? We found a lot of mages in a short window. Alright, stupid box that's had mages 700 times out of 705. Make it 701 times out of 706. Very nice. Yes, things are going well. We love getting suits. Yeah. We love only taking 137 damage from key hunters. Both in SM map rando and here. We also like it in prime rando, legally speaking. Can't speed boost, so I can't get the other check here, but I can pick up this +5. Guessing I'm also out of the loop on progress for Fusion map rando? You betcha. She's green for a good reason. She's green because she has more defense. You new 2D Metroid, you were hoping there'd be one in the direct. I'll be honest, I don't even remember anything about the direct. Actually, that's a lie. I remember things, I'm just repressing them. Like, there was Yoshiaki Koizumi's amazing thumb game. Or something. That's like N64 Zelda, but not N64. Please. Is it okay to talk about the direct? Yeah. All good. The rest were ports remasters or things that were already announced. +5. And that one remake. Frick. If you cared about Direct, I think I would have already watched. Yeah, you get it. Give that Direct a solid Deltarune tomorrow out of 10. Okay, let's get this off. It's interfering with my platformings. One might say it's screwing with it if they were funny. Remember when Screw Attack was a hold item in Smash? I unironically like hold item Screw Attack. Because I think it's really funny that you can throw it at someone and it forces them into Screw Attack and then it puts them in helpless. I think that that's very funny. You also missed a barrel cannon item. Yeah, now it's just on stages. Boo hiss. +2. Screw Attack and a Jigglypuff rest. Forbidden combos. Boink. People more often talk about Melee competitively, but you always like playing it as a silly party game. I don't think I've done that in ages. Mainly because I have no silly people to party with. +5. Smash lacks a lot of fun items and assists. Hey, don't forget the part where, like, half of the assists don't work on half the stages of the game and they never tell you this. I mean, what? Who said that? Man suppressed the custom fighter shenanigans. Yeah. You distinctly remember there I got ice missiles right after fusion missiles and no normal missiles. I was just going through my clips, like, yesterday, and I rewatched that clip. It's still funny. Okay, there's 5 million Zabesians up here, so let's put this back on. Bro thinks he's slick, he ain't slick. +2. Four to go. Now that we have level 1s, legally speaking, we're also allowed to go back to main deck and get our ball sins. Should probably do that at some point. The baby. Hey. I guess I'll suffer. Yeah, but do you have like Melee on your computer? Maybe we should play that sometime instead of always going to the modded Paper Mario and ult. Even though I do love the modded Paper Mario and ult. Oh yeah, we aren't allowed to go this way because we still don't have supers. I'm pretty sure power bonds probably aren't going to work on you either. That's what I thought. We don't have speed boosters, so we can't go that way. So don't even try it. I have a stupid idea. Gaming. Speaking of multiplayer games, have I played Peak? No. I haven't played, like, any of those games. I hesitate to call them friend swap, even though that's the term that most people use for them, but no, I haven't played, like, any of them, no. Wonder if this is in logic on my current settings. Not that I think it really needs to be, considering I could just be taking, like, the Sector 1 shortcut that gets me over here. Oh, they're supers. Locked behind, speed boost. Hi, box. Approach me. We still haven't even played, like, normal Rex, actually, Jimbo. Like, even outside of subspace. Anger box. Yeah, he's just wrathful. What do you got for me? +2. Boink. Yeah, I forgot you could screw attack through those because this game is very good. We, legally speaking, can't actually get this item because it's locked behind Super Missile Garen, but... Alright, it's +2. We don't worry about those. Schlorp. Yeah, like, the most multiplayer I've played recently is, playing modded Smash Ultimate with Jimbo and other members of a server, and playing, Slay Aspire 2 co-op. I also don't like calling it friend swap because that word kind of implies it's only meant to be played for memes on stream, but it's genuinely good. I genuinely don't know like anything about it besides that you play as little funny guys. Hey, there's gravity. You win, an apple falls on my head. Now that I have both gravity and power bombs, I kind of want to go to scientist. It's a game where you climb a mountain. No, that sounds obvious, but you don't really think about that until you actually play it. Oh my god, it's Celeste too. Oh yeah, I have gravity, so I don't take damage from lava anymore. I do still take damage from these fire blobs, though. Waiting for a speed booster on Ceres. It'll be even funnier if speed boosters on Ceres, and it's not required at all. I can't be bothered to do that. Gotta deal with survival game mechanics, hunger, temperature, etc., and routing's absolutely critical. That's projectile loser. Here's my screw attack. In multiplayer, you know, people mostly post clips of funny fails and fails. If you want to succeed, coordination's key. Here you are waiting for the next archipelago to happen so you can run KH2 in Fusion, yet there's no one running. Yeah, I don't know why I just haven't been in an archipelago mood lately. Yo, Idor, can you, like... Thank you. Gary, tell me something I don't know. Trying to go for doubles like some sort of speedrunner. I'm supposed to have supers by now, so I'm literally dealing like half damage. Gary had value. And what about the boiler? +2. You also haven't done Archipelago in a long time. Yeah, I think it's been a few months, I think. Damn. You absorbed the baby, how could you? There's only room for one Metroid in this game, and that's me. Last time I ran AP, you hadn't beaten Ratchet & Clank on Commando. Damn, so that's like before March-ish. Question mark. Something like that, yeah. Yeah, power bombs and high jump, so I'm legally allowed to check this. Who needs a speed booster, baby? Yeah, I'll take the +5. Seeing as I still only have normals and diffusion. Also, the game's really atmospheric. Not gonna lie, as soon as you said atmospheric, the first thing I thought of was Donkey Kong Country music. Similar vibes to Metroid Prime. Oh my god, there's Phazon. Oops. Donkey Kong Country honestly works for comparison too. Wow. Remembering now that I have power bombs, so I, legally speaking, can't actually check this item over here. Then after that, we're probably gonna cut into Sector 1 and see if we can find this so-called charge beam. All my homies love Forest Interlude. I'll take it. Primal Rave. Yeah, that's the one from Lost World Forest, isn't it? Burge, can you get over here? Bird got over here a little bit too much. You say it completely seriously. It's great, and even though it's kind of just seen as funny, meme, front slot mountain game, you think it'll stand the test of time well? Mountain Dew. Wide beam. Well, it's not the beam I was looking for, but I will happily accept it. We love having more damage. The forbidden Mountain Dew. In my veins it courses through, that addictive Mountain Dew. Crunch. Oh, they made Screw Attack not even work on these? Yeah, Screw Attack sucks now. Bleh. I had to sneeze. You forgot to configure F of Z. Check the funny dog head in the... should be in the corner. Okay, there you go. Nice. Forgot to enable 7TV. So you're missing out on all the silly emotes. Like the titles for basically every Ratchet & Clank game in existence. You know, the important stuff. Consume type? Thanks. No thanks to that guy, though. Right, we need to test LBP at some point. There's so many things we gotta do. +2. We don't have speed booster, so we can't check the stupid attic that always has a major. Now you're thinking about the Godzilla creepypasta reading where he uses in a snow mountain from DKC. My brain instinctively autofilled that too in a snowbound land. That's the one from DKC 1, right? Gimme. That's DKC 2. Oh my goodness, it's vanilla charge beam. All is as it should be. Yeah, probably want to gyro for head motion unless we try Moonlight or something. Never heard of it. French vanilla's delicious. That's not French vanilla. French vanilla is when it's like close to in the same place, but it's not quite the same place. Like if Charge Beam was in the attic, I would have considered that French vanilla, but no, Charge Beam was literally just on the place to get in the vanilla game. Pink beam attack. Yeah, now that we have wide and charge, our beam is a completely viable combat option. We love using the beam in Metroid Fusion. +5. Moonlight's like Parsec if it was open source, supports gyro, better latency supposedly, and might be slightly more unstable. You thought French vanilla was exact vanilla placement? Not quite. Moonlight's also like on everything, including the Wii U. +5, but I mean we're in here anyway, which means the door's locked on us. Man, at this point it's a matter of principle. Give me the +5. Yoink. Or what's in this tube? Basically vanilla. Unfortunately, it still doesn't fix the pointer issues with Metroid Blast. Man, nobody wants to play Metroid Blast. At least nobody who's not us. What the hell, man? What the hell means mayo? Alright, Adam, we never actually came in this place through the normal way, so we never got your hint. How do you feel? The plasma beam is in a room with extreme temperatures. I wonder if it's in, like, the garbage chute that you shine spark in Sector 3. Because So I think we did basically every room that has cold temperature in Sector 5. Though we never actually checked Ridley's frozen corpse. Never got the hint here either. I mean, legally speaking, we don't need plasma beam, but I mean, it's nice to have. Even more damage. Ice beam. By activating the BSL console, that's a hint I've never seen before. I assume that means, like, any of the 4 securities or a data room, or, like, saving the animals or turning on aux power. Yeah, because we got it from aux power, right? Space jump is near a one-way shutter. Aux gave me nothing. I thought that was where we got a major and it allowed us to continue existing and subsisting and subsistencing. Metroid Blast is your favorite Nintendo Land game? It's definitely a banger. I mastered all the missions in both combat modes because I'm just that good and I love Metroid Blast that much. Got Screw and Reactor, just not Aux itself. Yeah, but didn't I also get Ice? Like, I'm pretty sure I got a second major there. Alright, Ridley's Frozen Dinner, what do you have for me? +2. May as well claim it while we're here. You're calling the fusion being behind Arachnus. What about Ice Beam, though? Oh, Ice was probably Aux. Yeah, there you go. Man, I hate this stupid tunnel that I hate. +5. Actually, hold the phone. Holding. Glad to see that tile layer is still there in the vents also. Thanks, Radley. Nintendo Lane uses Motion Plus. Eyes emoji. Which means it uses gyro instead of the actual pointer. Damn, is that the secret behind Wii Motion Plus? So maybe Metroid Blast will work. It's all coming together. I don't think I've checked this. Yeah, because blue doors are down in Sector 2. Life support system also near a one-way shutter. Wii Motion Plus is an actual gyrometer. Yee. Well, I mean, today I learned. Damn, they just gave up on sensors. Metroids detected at Nitori, Nightmare, Variacorex. So the one infant that we found was the one that's not on a boss. I say the one infant we found as if we didn't already kill scientists. You need a Wii U? You do. The Wii U is a great console. Wii Remote's default sensor just let you know if you were shaking it. Wii Remote had an accelerometer. Gyroscope allowed for actual motion control tracking. Educational stream, by the way. +5. The Joy-Cons lack a sensor bar to have a constant point of reference, so they desync very often. Me when I'm playing Captain Falcon's Twister Race. I love you, Nintendo Land, but why does that game not function at all? By which I mean Captain Falcon's Twister Race, not Nintendo Land. +5? +100. Nice touch of death. Yeah, Arachnus is not prepared for the screw attack. They didn't nerf that interaction, I see. As extra proof, you can play Skyward Sword on a Wii without a sensor bar after syncing the gyro once. The pointer will desync, requiring the recenter button. One of the YouTubers you subscribed to made a video basically obliterating the Wii U gamepad. Why? That was supposed to last him the entire winter. Your Wii U remains in its box dust-free, and hopefully without its memory slowly corrupting because the Wii U wanted to give us a parting gift. Still can't believe that's a thing that happens. Much as I love the Wii U, the temptation to say it gives us one last present from beyond the grave is, the temptation's palpable. Could you send it to Bridget? She'll give you $10. You drive a hard bargain. Do you think it's okay for me to do is physics? Despite Scowl mentioning it every time. His words, not mine, probably paraphrasing. The Wii remote addressed a problem. That sticks were terrible for aiming, and that IR camera aiming is infinitely better. The Wii U gamepad just invented new problems, and in the case of Star Fox Zero, an entire game to serve as a vehicle for them. Alright, no more epilepsy water. I forgot that they didn't make that a check. Shout out to that one tweet that pointed out how Star Fox now goes through the entire thing with one story. You've got the original game, the reimagining, the remaster, the reboot, and the remake. Low-key hilarious. Shoutouts also to all the people who were like, The Last of Us in Shambles, yeah. Shoutouts to all the people, myself included, who were like, oh, so you won't make a new F-Zero game because you don't have any ideas, but you'll do the Light Wars story for a fifth time, huh? And they're correct. And so am I, because I've also said this. Weird ass fish. He's a sea serpent. Okay, pack it up, boys. Saris didn't have vanilla speed booster. Sad. Yeah. Also, his words again, probably paraphrasing. When Nintendo showed the Wii U, I and many others thought, what's the point? Nintendo didn't have and never found an answer. They're gonna find the answer in like 20 years. Or actually, at this point it's more like 10 years. How long did it take them to find an answer for the Virtual Boy? That's the point I'm getting at. E. They did find a point. And that point was Game & Wario. The entire answer was Nintendo Land. That was going to be my punchline before I switched it to Game & Wario. To resell it as an overpriced peripheral about 25 years later. All hail the Virtual Boy. They're going to sell Wii U gamepads with no Wii U console. It's going to be great. EGAD predicting the future in LM3. Luigi's Mansion 4 is going to have a Wii U gamepad. Yo, there it is. Yo, I'm glad this is down here because the entire reason I'm continuing to exist down here is because I was hoping I was going to find speed boosters so that I could, like, go backwards into Nightmare because I'm too lazy to go to Sector 5. And here we are. What's this? PB. You did get some use out of the gamepad as a kid when your mom was using the TV? Same. I remember playing The Legend of Zelda Battle Quest, hit Nintendo Land game. I was playing it as a swordsman, but using the gamepad as my screen. Modern problems require modern solutions. Admittedly, it'd be hilarious to have the Wii U Classic Edition just be the gamepad like everyone thought it'd be. You aren't going to get this one, but your kids are going to love it. You did a whole run of Pikmin 3 using gamepad as a screen and sensor bar. Oh, you're playing SPM? Yeah, that's another good use case for it. Because, like, it just lets you play, like, your actual Wii games, like, via the Wii menu, using gamepad as a screen, right? I distinctly remember that. Yeah, there we go. We're not going down there. Just on the video you're quoting later, but you'll leave the judgment to me on whether it's a good video or not. We shall see. Also, you forgot what I said before. I wonder how many people will get to that. Hey, I'm supposed to be the one with the streamer debuff here, not you. +5. +5. Yeah, we could go and get supers now that we have Speed Rooster. Hey, that's a different movement system. Welcome to Fairyland. Yeah, we're in the underwater. Now we can do that because we have space jump. Seeing the water be greenish makes you think of coral reefs. Never seen a coral reef in person. Probably missing out. So now that we have Speed Booster, we're gonna go and get our soup. And then we're going to go and kill bosses until we win. So for those of you that don't remember, supers are a flat +20 damage on my missiles, and I kind of want that. There's a screeching Speed Booster sound. Yeah, that's just what happens when you cut it off by, like, entering the loading zone. Okay, so who do we have to kill? We have to kill Nightmare, Varia, Core, and Notori. We never did find plasma beam, and at this point I'm convinced we don't really need it. Samus can make for a decent Pizza Tower character. Now's my chance to break out the knowledge that Metroid Fusion is made on a modified Wario Land 4 engine. I think I've told you this before, Bridget. You didn't know you could release charge while maintaining speed? Yeah, it's called R shots, I think, because you press the R button to arm a missile, and that causes you to release the shot without breaking your speed. It's pretty cool. Wario Land 5 on Dread Engine 1. Part of me wants to say that this is both Virtual Boy Wario Land and Wario Land Shake It Erasure, but I'm going to be the bigger man and say simply that I agree. Wario and Samus go together like ice cream and wasps. Inseparable. Unpredictable. Educational stream, yeah. Yeah, I would love new Wario Land, but unfortunately Wario's not allowed to exist. Assuming you would retain information is a dangerous game. I see. Simply assume that there is nothing in your head. Gotcha. We can trade secrets to Bridget so she'll forget tomorrow. If I was a real speedrunner, I could maintain my speed boost through that too. You vaguely remember at best. Only bits and pieces. Flashes. Crunch. Crunch. Alright, buddy, approach me. Oh, that's right, you can't. And that right there is an example of what you can do with R-shots. I was watching somebody blind play Fusion, and they actually discovered R-shots completely on their own. And they thought that was a really, really cool mechanic. One to go. The boss that they discovered R-shots on is actually the one that we have to go and fight now. Nightmare. Hi, Mode 7 Corex. And bye. How many babies will I absorb? 4. In Cleveland. Hi, silly tiling issue. Thinking of Radley Vance every time I come to a place where there's tiling issues. Don't go that way, go this way. It's faster, dear friend. Forgot what's the tiling issue. Just that they left something on the floor. That's like not really relevant and is kind of buried behind those breakable 2x2 blocks. Forbidden way to enter Nightmare's room. Hello, my purple robot cat boy. Nice color palette, man. Illegal entry. Goodbye, my frame rate. Ugly. Yeah. Bizarre and improbable robot cat herding techniques. Gravity suit being slowed is so illegal and cursed. Yeah, Metroid Other M wouldn't stand for this. Oh, flashing warning for this big stupid robot. My bad. Get off my screen, jerk. One thing I low-key love about Metroid Fusion is jousting with, like, Corex once you get Space Jump. It's diluted a bit by having screw attacks, so I kind of, like, don't have to worry about the part where they're capable of damaging me, but... Metroid Fusion combat's fun, in my humble IMO. Anyway, now is the part where we leave. Though not without a few parting shots. You love the ice explosion? I like it too. It has a very satisfying sound. I love Metroid Fusion sound design, even though, like, the GBA doesn't have a sound chip. They did all this on the GBA's shit-ass hardware. It's time to piece out Mario 64 disappearing sound. Which sound? Entering a painting, or the teleport sound? Anyway, peace out, Mr. PJB Gamer. Pipe Warp. Oh yeah, that's also in that game. Man, pipes, it's kind of funny that pipes are barely in Mario 64, even though they're like a staple of like the series as a whole. But yeah, the diffusion ice charge sound is, it's fun. Shame that they could barely find a use for it, like, in terms of gameplay mechanics, but... Oh, you're not leaving, you meant it's time to finish the game? Yeah. Get its ass. I used to be possibly rude and possibly misgender this as she, her based on dark statements, but we respect the say-X's pronouns now. As far as we know, say-X is an it, and that's how it prefers it. Happy Pride Month, by the way. Sadly, since we don't have plasma, this phase takes, like, 2 seconds longer. Oh no, I failed my charge. It's actually going to take, like, 7 seconds longer. Okay, I joked about how much longer it's going to take. It's actually taking quite a bit longer. Whatever. Get it out of here. Non-cap power-ups are also staple. Yeah, question mark blocks are also staple, but for some reason Mario 64 went with exclamation marks. What do they mean with that one? Also, it's kind of interesting that Mario 64 like took the power-up theme, it took Powerful Mario from Yoshi's Island. Since, you know, it seems like you don't really see references to like spin-off titles like that in the mainline Mario these days. To an extent, you did still kind of see references to spin-offs in a few later games. I'm looking at you, Super Mario Sunshine, strange old man in a white coat. Mario 64 is a weird game. It's odd. That's what I'm saying? Yeah, Mario 64 is... it's a trip. And then Mario 64 DS is even weirder because it still has some of that old, like, weirdness to it while also trying to modernize things and make them fit more with the brand. So you just kind of get this game that's like, what exactly happened here? Doing it for the fans. Let me in. Sad. No pogo this run. Save me, Sayx. Sayx, save me. I tried. And at the end of the day, that's what's truly important. Give me my suit back. Hey, shut up. Yeah, I don't know if we're legally capable of doing the stun lock on No Mega Metroid since we don't have plasma, so we don't get the beautiful, beautiful damage per frame. Which means it's going to be a lot of exactly what you see before you right now. I love how when I hold a charge beam, Samus's spread is flashing blue even though it's a pink beam that doesn't look anything like the blue. Cyan's a nice color and all, but it doesn't suit you in this specific context. Samus, old girl. Why is she blue SMH? Because her old suit was taken away. Because it got infected by evil Jello. And that's canon, baby. Get me out from BSO. Get me out from Cyber Owls. Nah, we did a bait and switch this time. Behold my ship that doesn't look anything like the ship I just got into. As always, we get the Mars credits. Featuring a bunch of names I recognize from various Twitch channels, and also Radley Vance, friend of the stream, and JRP. Shout out to Schwartz Gandhi. Pretty sure he makes Donkey Kong 64 covers too, doesn't he? I was right, Plasma Beam was in the garbage chute. Alright, let's see. What did we miss? Ice Missile was in Crumble City. I think we got almost everything else. Yeah, we got High, Space, Speed, Screw, and both suits. And obviously we got all our key cards. Japanese role-playing game? No. Just JRP 2234. Twitch.tv/plays randomizer at randovania.org. I could be not letting the credits play, but we don't do that here. We respect our credits. Our credits is... And besides, we're getting to the end, so we can see our completion time. And item collection. Twitch.tv/playlistrandomizer at randomania.com. No data was returned. Thank you, PJ. It actually thought that was a link. Common mistake. Shoutouts to Satoru Iwata. Our dude. We're probably getting the same end screen we always get, because we're consistent. Rip Legend, yeah. Our dude. Yep, it's always this one. 105.50. Your rate for collecting items is 64. Yo, funny Nintendo number. There she is. Yeah. See you next mission, which will be in about like 30 seconds after I mute my mic and take a drink of water. Still prefer the Zero Soup but glorp. Gotta have more taste. Gotta try out other things every once in a while. Like other ending outfits. So, let's hop into our other seed. Where this time, things probably won't go as fast. Because it's door lock Rando. This time our hash is Sizer Avir Sidehopper. You're willing to bet that if there was an N64 Metroid game, there would have been an Easter egg for getting 64%? I believe it. Seems like the type of thing they do. Yeah, well, I like this palette. Anyway, door locks are randomized. At least they should be. I think I didn't shuffle like open hatches. Yeah, Ridley's frozen corpse is already open. When normally that's supposed to be yellow. We've unfortunately failed the 50-50. Which means we have a 50-50 success rate for 50-50s this stream. At least for the first 50-50. Let's look at Ridley's frozen corpse. Surely this won't kill me. It's killing me. Well, we know where diffusion is. It seems like it's once again going to be like the first missile this seed. Oops. It ain't matter. Just barely didn't make it. Winter Storm this year was like... And Samus without her coat. Vanilla. Hold R and press B. Me trying to explain how to use missiles when I'm the help desk lady. Vanilla. I mean, to be fair, there's only so many things you can do with starting settings like these. Like, you either need, like, morph, or missiles, or speed. That's a blue door. Finally, the door lock Rando is actually kicking in. Time for the game to start trolling me. Here I thought I could just go down there and make it quick. Shoutouts to, did they fix this? Oh, they did fix that. In vanilla game, if you point blank that with a missile, it just doesn't break it for no reason whatsoever. It's kind of funny. Better make it quick. Hey, hey, look down. E. And what's in the staircase? Wave. A suspiciously similar start. Okay, I was wondering if there was a lock on that door at all. There is. Should probably go over here and hit this first. You know, just in case there isn't a morph ball here. Even though I think according to all known laws of aviation there should be. Please. +5. Ice. Well, it seems like we're getting mostly loaded missiles already. Go, my Cheerio Blue Edition beam. Yeah, this is once again the first beam upgrade we've gotten. We actually have to fight Arachnids. Gasp. Get doubled, loser. Also vanilla. Okay, we're allowed to play the game again. Boink. Explode. Explode in a frigid blast. Guess I'll lock this in before I go into Ridley's and somehow manage to lose 199 energy. +5. How do you feel about this reactor core? He feels very open about his feelings. It's good to be open. This feels like the exact same palette we had last time. I get that they just hue shifts, but like... Now the Zebesians look the same except they replaced all their green with yellow. Now they look like peanut butter and jelly. Infant Metroid. 4 to go. Surely they shall not all be so free, he said, unknowingly sealing his fate, as this being a jet seed. He said, unknowingly sealing his fate as this seed taking 3 hours. Not absorbed, baby. Yeah, we probably should stop absorbing that at some point, but I mean... What are they gonna do about it? Oh my god, Ridley, fuck off. Bro's taking his sweet time to crumble. Gotta nab the objective then. What's up here? The pain. It's okay, there's a recharge room over here. Though admittedly I didn't actually look at its lock, I can't wait for it to be level 4. It's just, nothing. Schwarp. Yeah, no locks on, habitation deck, so we can't actually go and look at, well, we can free the animals too, seeing as we do have, our delicious icy missiles. I forget if Ridley stays crumpled. Don't tell me his ass gets back up. Just stay down, loser. Boink. 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 Wow, exactly 100 damage. Well, I say we can do habitation deck, but we can do habitation deck assuming that the doors are open here too. Which we're gonna find out the hard way. That looks like an open door to me. So does that. That is the peanut butter and jelly suit. Admittedly, I don't know what peanut butter is that yellow. If it is that yellow, that's probably concerning. Approach me. Frick. It really isn't that yellow. I don't know, it's pretty yellow. If you've played Metroid Prime, it's definitely that yellow. If we had, like, monologue cutscenes, it would be that yellow, too. It's more like a light brown. I'm sticking with yellow. I know my garish yellow suit from my game that I love. So yellow that Metroid Dread couldn't handle it, and it just made it have the normal Varia palette. Anyway, charge beam, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. Oh, you mean peanut butter, not the Varia suit? Yeah, see now that both of you are making sure that I know you're talking about peanut butter. Okay, where are we allowed to go? I was honestly just hoping for it to completely lock me. I was hoping to just go left and there's just like a level 4 lock there. Like, no. Okay, what about you? Also open. You and BJ having the same brain cell again. Okay, yeah, we don't have Morph Bombo. We don't have Morph Bombo. Why are we here? Just to suffer. We should be making use of these missiles that we've obtained in places such as Sector 1 Garen, Sector 1 Air Stabilizer, Sector 1 Air Stabilizer 2, and Sector 1 Air Stabilizer 3. See, now he's using his noodle. I was honestly waiting for the game to just wall me once I got to the bottom of the elevator. He's anticipating, but it's not happening. I was promised a door like Rando. But yeah, I forgot those things died in one missile with our current setup. There it is. Finally, that's what I've been waiting for. Start trolling me some more. I simply live with the pain. Think about that unused Super Metroid enemy you showed. Yeah, the silly guy who just reflects everything in existence. The Forbidden Phantom. Another blue door, but we can't go over here. More missiles, I'll take them in my current state of existence. +5. Worth knowing that this is door-like Rando, but otherwise has like all my same settings from the previous seed. So, you know, like same difficulties and all that. I'll be taking that. C. I anticipate a blue door down here. No, it's a nothing door. Now it's a blue door. They baited me. Well played, Seed. Blocked save point is so funny, especially since that's a save room with an item in it. I would like to be checking that, but unfortunately I've been forbidden. Off we go. We're legally allowed to do this now. Ah, it's a green door. Sector shortcuts are no longer the be-all, end-all that they once were. Seeing as we're in door-like Rando. Schlurp. Gotta wonder how painful going through that is. It's okay, your suit's absorbing it. Once it stops absorbing it, that's when there's gonna be an issue. That's what I've been waiting for. Let's lock in our loot and be off. Canonically, why even are they door locks, SMH? It's a secret. Can't check what's in there because there's a second bomb block and I have no means to break it. Yeah, there's door locks to keep things safe, quote unquote. What do you have for me? It's not immediately visible. It's a power bomb tank. Now if I go to the right there, it's just the Sector 4 shortcut, which I can't make any use of because I don't have gravity. So, and me with no bomba. Where is my ass going? I'll tell you where we're going. We're going to reactor core to do the same thing we did last seed. Because we have beam of the wave variety. Aux power cannot keep getting away with it. No matter how much it wants to. Something security. Yeah, that's why they're canonically called security rooms. Show me the money. Yeah, a lot of good that did. Yeah. It's gravity suit. Aux power stays winning. Yeah, the Galactic Federation is stupid. Many such instances. Unless your name is Anthony Higgs. Alright. Get me out from reactor core. You are pegging it right now? I know, I literally just saw the Steam notice. Peglin, excuse me. Yeah, can't confuse people into thinking you're playing ordinary, regular Peggle. Anyway, I believe I was saying something about how I can't use Sector 4 shortcut until I have Gravity Suit. And the game said, oh, no worries, man, I got you. Can't wait for it to be locked by a door color I don't have. Before you know it, that catchphrase is going to become a Mad Libs catchphrase. Sir, I believe it already has. I think the standby is probably going to remain Get Me Out from Cyber Owls. Because, you know, you can't keep a good meme down. Flashing lights warning for this abysmal dog shit. I simply live with the pain. Blue doors. Finally, all those blue doors in my way are not in my way anymore. I was about to say like the one that's literally right here, but the game's decided otherwise. Well, another blue door. Not immediately visible. Plasma beam. The thing we didn't get last seed. Look at that damage. And then just immediate in the green door. Well, there's value up here nonetheless. Thank you for the red axe. Actually, before I go any further, let us be off to the save room. That's exactly why I do the things that I do. Actually, let's not do that. Let's do AB start select. The reason why I'm doing that is because I kind of want to see if we can access the Sector 6 shortcut. You get out of here. Man, imagine doing this room the intended way. Can I even get over there? Now we got blue doors, we can come in here. Can't get over there without bombs or power bombs. What you got? Not immediately visible. Wide beam. Okay, now we do damage. That's just every beam except for ice. It's nice of having beams is, though, giving up some other majors. Majors that don't specifically pertain to the cessation of existence of all of my adversaries. Still have glass bones and paper skin. Not necessarily true, I have Varia and gravity. That's a lot of damage reduction. Means that key hunters don't do 137 damage with their stingers. Yes, that number is real. I did go in here earlier before I died. It was just a power bomb, I think, but paying a visit to our favorite whore node. Okay, yeah, as I thought, I just got hard-walled by a blue door in Sector 3. But we have blue doors now, so we can legally visit Sector 3. And have a nice time there. Just unwillingly got into a fight over going to the chest spot, fuck your life. It's okay, just kill the enemies and then you'll have an opportunity to heal and maybe get a nice orb. Though I do understand the pain of missing out on relics. Those are pretty important after all. What do I hope to accomplish here? But you have Orbert's story. Oh, man. Yeah, what do I hope to accomplish here? It's a question I should have asked before I walked in. Chest and question mark will always be the play. Yay, I have gravity and various, so I don't care about this lava. I care about these fireballs for some reason, but not about the lava. High jump. And a spring ball or something. Crunch, crunch. I'm gonna munch. I'm gonna crunch. E. There goes some of the glass buns and paper skin. Green door. I'm locked out. Coming over here was worthwhile, on the whole. Hey, you should come up here so we can do the same thing we did last seed, friend. Okay, how about you? You can fly up here. I know you can. Okay. Okay, buddy. Jump high. Luigi from Superstar Saga. All my homies high hammer thunder jump. Look at that damage. Alright, buddy, get up here. There we go. This time this actually matters, seeing as we got locked out from the other side. Can't go over there because we don't have bombs. Jerk. How much did blue doors impact us here? They impact us a decent bit. We should probably head over there then. Stopping on this as if I'm missing literally anything in my life. Yeah, we can't get up here without, oh no, we can. It's green doors. Everything is better. Maybe we can access, like, Sector 5. However, I remain committed to the bit, and the bit at current moment is I want to be in Sector 1, so we're going to be in Sector 1. Because we got blue doors, and blue doors blocked a lot of this place off. Another E-tank. We'll accept it. Alright, how do you feel about this? +5 missiles. Terms accepted. Seeing as we have blue doors, now we can fight Charge Core and get something that's not going to be vanilla Charge Beam this time. Because I'm pretty sure they did not patch a second Charge Beam into the game. PBs. And not main ones. Actually, I want to go and actually check my level 1 hints. Before we forget. Again. Alright, Adam, how do you feel about this? Super missiles are in Sector 2. The only missiles I'm missing at present. And then there's you. Metroid's at Nitori. Damn, we're gonna have to go through Restricted Lab to get more hints, huh? Or just stumble across all our Metroids through blind luck. Either's an option. Now, once more, seeing as we have high jump, I feel compelled to go to Reactor Core and check random ledge. He's random, he's ledge. What could possibly go wrong? I mean, legally speaking, it's value. I'm pretty sure we can escape this, seeing as we have jump high, jump good. Yeah. Yeah. Guess we're going down here. Cash in our 4th E-tank. And then map warp because we're lazy. You can fly? No. Jump good. Glad to know we have at least one person here who understands the reference without me having to explain it. Thank you. That is why I keep you on staff. I say as if you're a mod or anything. Okay, where am I going? At green door, so we can get a singular check in over there. We've already established nothing's happening there. I think we might be able to do more Sector 4. Since, you know, the elevator exists, and we have green doors now. Okay, so what does this place have for us today? I don't have bombs, I can't get through this. Yeah, because this is a chain. Me when I stop at a McDonald's instead of a local place. Who wants to go to Sector 6? No level 4, so we obviously do not get any hints. Who do you think I am? Someone who has red doors? You thought wrong, buddy. Who wants number 46,863? I don't. Ooh, you think. That's an infant Metroid that we cannot get because we do not have bombs. There's not a major in this stupid box. Imagine that. 60 tank. We'll take it. I need more pole bombs to get the item that's at the end of that. I need speed booster to get what's at the end of that. Fortunately, I have screw attack, and that lets me go over here. Simply ignore your level design. +5. +5 more. Alright, buddy, get over here. Orphle bombs. Finally, I exist again. Heard of that Varia Corex like a pro. Hi, Idor. +5? Sure. Schlorp. The unbridled joy and whimsy of climbing a ladder with absolutely nothing else happening. Stark silence after hours of charging the charge beam. Okay, now that we have more bombs, we can legally exist in this plane of existence. You know that bomb's like, definitely go over and get this. It's like the thing that I was literally asking for. Imagine that. Ta-da! 3 to go and we know where 1 is. Goes with our good old stupid silly plant man. We love Lucky Penny. Me, after donating enough money to the greed machine. +5. Alright, this data room is not locked. What you got? +5. Nice. Crunch. Dude's trying to scam me. Okay, fine, I guess we're not getting that. Surely I will not be hurting for 5 extra missiles. Clueless. Eating. Not a whole lot of interesting things over here, it seems. Can't remember if they took out the big Garen over here. If they didn't, I'm about to be very sad. Actually, I won't be that sad. There's a save room right there. Okay, good. Sadness is on hold. We only have unbridled happiness. Oops. Fish, I command you to assist me. Thank you. Yeah. We don't have power bombs, so we can't get this, but we can look at it. It's more power bombs. True to the Metroid name. That is main PBs. But without the speed booster, I'm pretty sure we legally aren't getting them. You think of the wrestling move when you hear powerbomb? Hi, Torp. Also, yeah, I can imagine. I'm a Metroid fan first and foremost, so the thought doesn't really occur to me. But I get it. It could be worse. I could be calling them PBs. You could see Samus powerbombing a space pirate. Now I can see Samus powerbombing a space pirate. Thank you for the mental image. I put this imagination to work all the time. There are like those two karate pirates in Ridley's Lair in Super Metroid. So it wouldn't be the most unfitting. Okay, now that we have bombs, we're legally allowed to exist in sectors 2 and 4. Torpidorp, love that name. It is a good one. Flashing lights warning, we're going to be dealing with this stupid electric water for some checks. Wait, don't you lie to me. Oh, that's just a missile tank. And we're off. Ordinary powerbomb tank. Followed closely by ordinary missile tank. Science is raiding with a party at 1. Hello. Also, dang, you were live at this time of night? Actually, I guess you were live pretty late yesterday, weren't you? For the whole Delta in Chapter 1 and 2. Anyway, hi. Welcome to the stream. We are in our second Metroid Fusion seed of the night. This time with Doorlock Rando. A new-to-me experience. You haven't loaned all your stream time in the weekends lately? Relatable, except I'm only putting my stream time in the weekends. Yeah, what were you up to on this fine, whatever time it is for you? More PBs? Eh. What do we have here? What do we have here? Another E-tank. I'll take it. If I can ever wall jump. There we go. I'm also doing Rando? Yeah. You did a ship of Harkonnen Rando with crowd control and had a rotten seed. Oh boy. By all means, do feel free to go on. Hell Raiders. Hello. You mistyped that. Hell Raiders sounds like a move in like Guilty Gear. I don't know a lot about Guilty Gear. Pretend this joke makes sense. Volcanic Viper. Good enough. You forget if Ship of Harkonnen has entrance Rando. I'm gonna be honest, people who use SOH for Ship of Harkonnen always throw me off because my mind goes to Shovel of Hope and Sparks of Hope. What do I mean you're talking about Shovel of Harkonnen? Oh, my bad. You just say ship. Yeah, I suppose that works in communities that already know, like, what Ship of Harkonnen is. Everybody, slow down. Ooh. Ice Beam. Let's go, our beam's even louder and stronger. It was the longest rando you've had for Ocarina. And you once did an archipelago where you didn't get 80% of your important dungeon items until your sister finished her game and released all your checks. This one was longer, and it was a Triforce Hunt goal. It was supposed to be short. Mistake. Let's take a save, locking our loud beam. Also, I love that Mallow emote. Sorry you forgot who I was the other night when I was in chat, by the way. No worries. I'm in a lot of communities. You were so sure you knew my username and you were right. Tip of your tongue-itis. Alright, worst room in the game has just a missile tank. At least the worst room in the game comes with a complimentary Red X just for visiting. No security. +5. Like, unless we get Speed Booster, we kind of have to run around and do all the random checks. Because our Metroids could be anywhere. Yo, those crabs look cool with that palette. The golden ones, that is. Yep. Let's get an instant replay. Yeah, look at that. So, you've only played Fusion the obligatory one time to say you've played them all. How's the rando? It's about as good as I could hope for. That is to say, pretty good. I don't know how recently Door-Lock Rando was added because I've only been, like, kind of keeping tabs on it slowly. You wouldn't be able to tell that he's slightly rusty. Yeah, Fusion is one of my childhood games, so I'd like to say that I know what I'm doing. Yeah, this is, as I mentioned, this is the first time I've played Doorlock Rando in this. Same here. I assume that's also to a childhood game. Yep. Yo. Hi, Gruselkirk. You missed it. We had like 48 power bombs. I specifically called you out. But, hi. Just played the demo of a racing game. Looks kind of neat. Sent it to me on Discord. I saw there was a demo for, like, this taxi game. It was like a combination, like, F-Zero Crazy Taxi, question mark? If that happens to be the game you're sending me a thing for, might have heard about it. Nah, this is a different one. Then I've probably not heard of it. You think your playthrough was 3DS Ambassador Program version? I still have a cartridge. I think the battery on it might be dead or something because it doesn't hold a save. But that was the way I first played it. 90s Japanese cars kind of thing, cel-shaded look. Classic. Yeah. Hey, they're supers. Alright, our missiles are fully stacked. 45 damage, baby. When you say 90s Japanese cars, I'm kind of imagining like the pocket cars from Yakuza. Oh, sorry, Like a Dragon. What do we have here? I'll see. Oh boy. Alright, +5. And +5 more. +10, baby. We can't exactly get to Notori right now, can we? Since no PBs, no space jump. Fortunately, we have most of the major stuff in our pockets already. Now that Gruselkirk's here, I legally have to pick up every powerbomb tank I see. Those are the rules, and I make the rules, trust me. We can't fight Notori, but we can fight Zazabi. Even though we know old boy doesn't have a Metroid. You never know, we might have something else. Maybe. It can happen. Power bombs are OP. Power bombs are great for looking for breakable blocks. Yo, I threaded the needle. Crunch. Power bombs fill the void in your heart. Alright, buddy, get over here. You should replay Dread again so you can play Rando. Dread Rando looks pretty cool. I've only watched it myself. Don't know if my hardware has the guts to handle it, though you aren't the person I would ask if that were the case. Okay, now you should die instantly. Yep. +5. You click back on the stream and you see this fuck-ass thing. Yeah, jumping fella. Zazabi. Some people affectionately call him the condom. I'm not going to stop them because I think it's funny. The laptop can run Smash, it can absolutely run Dread. Well, I mean, it's running it for a parsec, so like... Well, Well, my laptop can run Smash because yours can run Smash, can't it? Damn, it's almost like we own the same hardware because I explicitly bought it off your purchase. Or off your suggestion. Yeah, you mean you've run it? Yeah. It's run Xenoblade 2. Unfortunate. So it'll be fine. E. Your beat, the cat's yelling at you. Farewell. Good night, Science. Going back through here before the key hunter's hatch is always cursed. You never see all these, like, larval key hunters in, like, normal gameplay. You'd have to be insane to do that. I wonder if the, like, larval key hunter layouts for those rooms even exist in the vanilla game, or if this is actually secretly something they added for the randomizer. +5. Let me check the data. Yeah. Okay, I don't think there's a whole lot else we can do here. Except this. How do you feel about this? +2. Good item. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of wanted to see what the item over here was. Since I never did come back down here. I'm not talking about this lava pit, but I can check this too. PBs. Can't reach some Grizzlegurk, I'm sorry. Xenoblade Chronicles 1 so far pretty good. You're only like 4 hours in. I have a friend who recommends it highly, so... Did you buy it because, like, they just announced, like, the update or whatever in that direct? Life's cruel. Yeah. Can't always get what you want. Ah, you bought the update. Okay. You always want to try it? Has a solid story gameplay, kind of aged IMO. Well, I mean... I'm sure I don't need to tell you I'm no stranger to playing old games, he says as he's sitting here replaying Metroid Fusion for the 700th time. It's not that it's old. It's that it's stanky. You've just experienced 2 and 3. Ah, so it's a very Ratchet and Clank 1 to Ratchet and Clank going commando kind of transition. They're just far more fun. Looking forward to those, huh? Yeah, something in your future. Core systems of arts and chain attacks are there. I smell a butt. But arts are mapped to face buttons. The amount of death in combat goes deeper. You tried playing Xenoblade Chronicles 1, but the sheer amount of time side quests overwhelmed you when you couldn't figure out how to beat and you gave up. Xenoblade Chronicles 1 feels more interactive. Frankly, don't bother. +5. We can't keep getting missile tanks. We're gonna run out of missile tanks to get it, eventually. case it's not obvious, you absolutely despise permanently missable content. Me giving the side eye to the Mina the Hollower, which has no permanently missable content and is available in stores now. By the way, you should play Mina the Hollower. Frankly, don't bother. Most of the quests are just simple fast quests to give easy XP. Don't let the FOMO win. Yeah, it is okay to not 100% a game. I say as though I'm not the 100%er fiend. That's why I don't play Fortnite. I remember when I played Fortnite. It's almost like there's still VODs of it on my channel that I don't plan on deleting. Yo, nice raw red X drop. Get in my belly. 9-hole missiles. Also, yeah, reach an aggressive box again. There is a second box boss fight in the game, but we don't have the means to reach him yet. Must have like 60 power bombs now. Does the Santa screen show it? Only 26, sadly. We do know where main power bombs are, but we can't get them and leave with our lives. But main power bombs is also 10-hole power bombs, so once we get that, it'll be 36. You played Fortnite a few before it became popular and you didn't care for it. I enjoyed it until one day I didn't. And then I simply went cold turkey. Going cold turkey is a ability that I have, and it's surprisingly effective. Yeah, in Fortnite because it's awful. Understandable. What do you mean someone's building in the middle of a gunfight? We're playing Minecraft. I'm lazy and I don't want to go around. Jump at me, stupid side hopper. But you think I know that you're a Fortnite hater since day one? Only content you consumed with my streams. I'm just that appealing. I'm worth putting up with bad games. Clearly this means I need to do a replay of Mighty Number 9. Yo, Power Bomb Tank. And Power Bomb Tank. Well, that's certainly getting our numbers closer to 60. There's bad games, and there's games that are so bad they're entertaining because they're bad. Yeah, I think they call those Kusoge on the streets. Let's go ahead and get my slightly angry fireballs. They're mediocre games that are entertaining because they're janky. I read that message and my brain immediately went to say Kaya Dark Lineage. See Kaya Dark Lineage. How does he know? Paper Jam speedruns. I love Paper Jam any %. If you haven't watched a Paper Jam any % speedrun, you should at some point. Okay, where are we going? It's a question I find myself asking a lot these days. Yeah, Melee, you love that game, though? Yeah, it's true. It is jank. Melee without the jank would be a mediocre game. Yeah, it'd just be kind of silly. You played Corn Kid 64 yesterday, and it's a good platform, but wow, the speedrun has an insanely overpowered glitch. I like the idea of that. Or I like the sound of that. No, not that way, the other way. You did stream the entirety of Kayed and me. Not surprised I immediately came to that conclusion. Melee without the jank would be mediocre. That's already a thing, it's called PAL. Man, shut up. Adam, I came over here because I was expecting you to be useful. That's why you're never an advocate of Melee Remake. Because you know they're going to get rid of the jank and it's just going to be an adequate game. That's not the Melee you know and love. Game took just shy of 6 hours to beat normally. You can beat the game in less than 4 by clipping through a wall and air swimming. Classic. Keycard can be found at main deck. Where do we find the keycards we have now? Man, not here. Somewhere else. Go somewhere else. Wait, did that sound like 4 hours? I meant 4 minutes. Yeah, there we go. You're generally not a big fan of remakes. You'd much rather have games add like the N64 than Nintendo has or whatever console it originally came from. You winner. Yeah. Not yet, I'm not winner. My goal is to become winner. You absolutely despise remakes being treated the same as new releases. So, how about the Nintendo Direct, huh? Remakes can be hit or miss. I will never forgive you, Ratchet & Clank 2016. Nintendo Direct should not end with, and for our final reveal, Ocarina of Time again. I didn't watch the Direct, but I also heard that like they didn't even show any footage, like gameplay footage, even though the game releases like this year. Is that true? Yes, you turned off. When you heard final reveal Ocarina of Time. Couldn't care less. Okay, I had a plan, but unfortunately, the roots are here. PETA, the roots are here. You went back to bed. I'm just reminded of that one time in Skyward Silver when I was like, the best part of the Pokemon Direct was the sleep I got. You like to think Switch owners are partially experiencing what Wii U owners went through. Yeah, they kinda are, aren't they? It's an updated re-release of a game that already existed. And then it plays like a small confetti sound. Like a noisemaker. Kinda hope it's a reimagining the same way Capcom remakes the RE games. Yeah, now that's a remake. The original firmly has its place in history, no replacing it, but a reimagining can be something cool for longtime fans. Can't wait for a $10 indie game to release that has more voice acting than the probably biggest video game IP in the world. Shouts to Game Freak. Paid updates, though cheaper, are pretty marginal, yet Nintendo acts like they're brand new games as a whole. Can't believe I'm saying this, but I think I miss the Booster Course Pass being the only thing that they had to lean on. Even though I don't even own Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Can we go back to having, like, funny little Mario Kart? They're leaning out Pocopia's Booster Course Pass. The more things change, the more they stay the same. Final Fantasy VII Reimagination series, you can kind of get behind being treated as a new game even if you dislike it. I assume that's dislike it being treated as a new game, because I vaguely recall you saying that you enjoy the game itself. But that at least has so many differences you can see it being a new game. You liked Final Fantasy VII Remake, but you hated the branding and the story changes of injecting Sephiroth. He's Sephiroth, he's gotta be there. Yeah, you enjoy playing them. Or it's divisive because there's a big twist, don't spoil. Not there yet. It's big in that it's not big. Remake's divisive because it's 3 damn games at full price. Drake, where's the progression? Oh yeah, you need level 4s for that. Man, I hate it here. I walked here. Let me have the hint. Adam, I'm going to use this fully loaded, fully upgraded ice beam with plasma that deals damage every frame. If you don't give me my Metroid hint. I'm here, I've earned it. Must really be desperate for hints if I came all the way here. I don't think I've gotten a major in like half an hour. Not counting the ice beam, which legally speaking does nothing for me at this current juncture. I'm going to kill Ridley for fun, and because I need to feel something. Yeah, but one of them individually is like similar in content as the entire OG. Also, OG still on Steam and costs like $5 on sale. Otherwise, like $2 Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy VII at a reasonable price. They did a re-release on PC where nothing effectively changed aside from breaking mods. Yeah, I remember that. That was like a month ago. Kind of abysmal glorp shit. By the way, we're going to Ridley, so like turn your volume up. Now we don't have space jump, so we don't get out of here if this guy doesn't give us space jump. I don't know if Ridley's ever given a major in the history of this entire randomizer. Green Ridley. Gridley. Hit the Gridley. Now he's icy. Now he's dead. Now he's alive again, because we've reloaded. I don't know why AB Start selected that when I could have just done that. Me and my silly ass. We're going to the other point of no return space jump boss. There do seem to be a few of those, don't there? Play that funky music, spider. Oh, wait, for those that don't know, you can hit this guy before he legally becomes active. Like a loser. Yo, nice palette. You look like the gravity suit, man. Holy god, RNG. Call this guy like a dragon. Oh yeah, that's true. They changed the name. Never seen the spider in your life? Clearly you haven't gotten to that side story. Almost AB Start selected again. It's the closest you get to Rage seeing Yakuza. Not true, Gruselberg did gift me a Yakuza game. One that I'm pretty sure they delisted. Because, money. It's delisted on Steam, you think it's still on GOG. I went in there and realized that there was still darkness instead of the joy of light and sunniness. That made me realize that, for some reason, Arachnus still persists. I thought I killed this MF. Did you gift me 0? You did. Jimbo knows because he's in our Steam family plan. Yeah, I did kill this MF. So who authorized it to still be dark? MF Doom. You forgot about that? Common mistake. If I decide to play, you'd like to watch if possible. Plausible. The watching, that is. I don't know. What am I doing with my life? And by my life, I mean the seed. Gotta get a Drake emote. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I do tend to keep quoting the treehouse scene. It's a good scene. It is, yeah. The show's just a certified hood classic. You don't think you ever watched Treehouse? Did you ever watch Drake and Josh in general? Not that button. Yes. Wait. You remember? He remembers. We're gonna go fight Nightmare and pray that he gives us a speed booster. Those when they lock themselves in the treehouse? Yep. Just had to poke your brain a bit and you got there. You completely forgot about that? Core memory unlocked. I haven't seen Drake and Josh in like 20 years or so. Understandable, I don't think it's been on TV for about that long. Oh yeah, I left this behind, but Gruselgerk's here, so we have to pick it up. I'm sure there's probably a Drake emote on 7TV. Probably gonna look like after this stream. Hell, maybe during the credits of this seed. Assuming we ever get there. As foretold, 44 power bombs. Not bad. Not bad. Yo, he's gold. This is what he would look like if he was a boss in 2.0 Meta Nightmare Returns. Wild. That's wild, buddy. Reminds you when you updating 7TV led to being unable to write in Twitch chat. Yeah, extensions are for criminals or something. Now, without Space Jump, I don't know how I'm going to hurt my cat boy. Fortunately, I do have Screw Attack, so I can just, like, not take damage. But, can you, like... Yeah, there you go. Goodbye, my frame rate. By the way, flashing lights warning for when this guy dies, and I don't have Space Jump, so I can't just off-screen him. Cover your eyes, children. Okay, you can open them again. Boink. You can't see me turning to the side like I'm a character in The Office, but trust me, I am. That's wild, buddy. Genuinely amazed that you found a use case for that emo, Jimbo. Sometimes my genius is, it's almost frightening. You saw it and figured it'd come in handy soon. +2. Hypothetically. Can you stream internet work ever? No. Sorry. Yummy Red X. Space Jump. 2 movement systems in one sector again. The same ones, in fact. Hypothetically, if you had a girlfriend and she broke up with me mid-car ride, would I drop her off at her place or just drive to my place and let her figure out how to get home on her own? Okay, where am I going now? Probably to... like, a new sector. I don't know, I'd probably... I don't think I'm petty enough to, like, bring her to my house and leave her there. All the majors hanging out. Yeah. Petty would be driving to the next gas station, leaving her there. Those are just missiles and not a power bomb, right? Yeah, nobody cares. I have 155 fully loaded missiles, that's enough. Yeah, amused by all the discussion going on over new games in the chat when, like, I have just been playing Mina the Hollower and UFO 50 nanograms in Mario Maker 2. Shouts to UFO 50 nanograms, by the way. Mina's so good we got Scout to play. Yeah. We introduced the rat girl to the masses. +5. You don't think we got a Mario Maker 3? I kind of want a Mario Maker 3, if only so that people can use badges to make cool courses, but I know it's, like, not happening. Perfect. I remember when I used to hate this room. We'll never get All-Star Styles. Sad. Sorry, Mario Maker's a dead franchise. You say that now, but there's one thing Nintendo's taught me, it's that they don't really care about anything. Mario Maker's as dead as they make it, and Star Fox just came back, so, like, +5. E. Can't wait for a Mario Paint remake instead. Unironically, not unlikely, they did put Mario Paint on Switch 2 NSO. Anyway, Bridget, since you like box so much, here's the Xbox. You didn't know that? Yeah, since Switch 2 has mouse control, they were like, yeah, I think you can boot it on Switch 1, but it'll be like, this needs a mouse. So if you don't have like a USB mouse, then like you're fucked. Sorry, bud. We don't make the rules. Well, we made the rules like 30 years ago when we made this game. Box 2. Yeah, it's the Xbox. The only thing you know about Mario Paint is the music. It does have a lot of bangers for some reason. Box 2 Electric Boogaloo. It is literally an electric boogaloo. Xbox electrifies the water. Some stuff was used in Mario Maker. Yeah. Yellow doors. You'd make a Mario Paint theme for a spread if you knew how to make themes. Nintendo when asked about Switch themes. +5. Okay, good. I was really hoping there wasn't a power bomb there because I can't be asked to get that specific item. Ouch. Oh my god, we can't. We're actually getting no entry without authorization. Switch themes, of course you can, between black or white. Yeah, and you can also invert the colors. Well, shit, we're stuck down here, aren't we? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, indeed. This is back before we got Speed Booster. Get ready for the next battle. It's a battle we've already done. Yeah, you can also invert the colors in case you hate your eyes. Yeah, do you hate it when Mario wears red? Turn this option on and you can make him not do that. Of course, the one time I don't take a safety save is when I get coaxed into a snafu. I wonder if the Fusion Varia suit would look better or worse with inverted colors. You can test this now if you have a subscription to Game Boy Advance Nintendo Switch Online. Yo, good thing I didn't save because I forgot to call that tile again. Thanks, Radley Vance. I need to do my due diligence, as always. You know what it is. Nightmare demands the salty run back, we're gonna give it to him. Bizarre and improbable robot cat herding techniques. Too early. Stupid flashing light warning for when I kill this robot cat boy again. Why do you do this to us? Man, I hate it here. Yeah, like, go up there. Yeah, perfect. And stay down. Alright, this time we're going to play competently. Theoretically. I say that as I proceed to immediately fail the speed boost, because I'm a Metroid Fusion professional. Played this game for like 24 years at this point. I know what I'm doing, yeah. I had to go and get these last time. Rectifying my prior sins. In any case, we know that we can safely access Turian Sector 1 from this side. By this side, I mean the side that doesn't involve fighting Xbox and then getting stuck and crying for 70 minutes. Ever since I watched a friend play the Mass Effect series, and now I mildly care about that franchise, I've become really conscious of how I say Turian. It sounds like Turian. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be saying it Torian. Because, I mean, that just sounds stupid. Sending Garrus Vakarian to Turian to kill Mother Brain. He'd handle it, and no mistake. Scoped and dropped instantly. Okay, we're gonna press the save button this time. They will not scam me again. Then we simply rush our hints. Good news is that since we know that level 3 doors are locked behind level 4 doors, in the event that we need level 4 doors, we know that they can't be, behind level 3 doors. That's how Mafia works. Actually, wait, shit, we still don't have level 4 doors. Where are the level 4 doors? We can't get hits. We are literally just in casino mode. We're stealing that from the Donkey Kong randomizer community. Me spending all this time thinking I need speed booster. Charge attic? Man, that fucking attic that I hate. Speaking of Mario Maker. Casino mode? Casino mode because we're gambling on literally everything in existence at this current juncture in our lives. Oh well, shit, we gotta get that. Get me spending all this time focused on speed booster. I forgot about the things that are truly important. Like family. Psychonauts 2 mode. We're going to the Lady Octopus, whether you like it or not. Yeah. Boink. +5. Yeah, it's casino mode because we're just gambling on random locations being the location we need to be in. No hints, no hope. Just gaming. On the bright side, now that we have Space Jump, we can finally go and kill Notori, that stupid plant we were supposed to kill 2 hours ago. You can also check Crumble City. Behold, the room that has 2 Metroids in it for some reason. Sir, that's a power bomb. Sir, that's a power bomb. Abysmal dog shit. I assume you're referring to the rooms and not the power bombs. But yeah. Garbage chute. Yeah, we can check that. We can also check, stupid maze. That I'm not supposed to be heated as I go through it. You find yourself in a miserable haze, it's all because of the lava maze. Referring to it not having level 4. Not improbable, just highly impossible. That's the opposite of how that quote goes. Terms accepted. And we're about to be 1 remaining, since we have Plant Man. Plant creature. Natori and the Will-o-Wispamus. Wispamus. Reminded that if you stand on the right edge of this platform, that spore butt on the left just doesn't shoot at all, so you can just, like, not care. Oh hey, I see purple. Yeah, this looks like the icy mountain from Donkey Kong Country 3, when they use it in the waterfall level. Topical reference, because I was just watching Ultimate Mentality play Donkey Kong Country 3, Dixie Kong's Double Trouble, earlier today. And by today, I of course mean I haven't gone to bed yet, so it's the same day. Uno mas. The store is yellow. Okay, so we need to be capable of killing. We need to be able to kill Xbox to get yellow doors, to be able to leave after we kill Natori. This is the trolling that I was hoping for. Abysmal dog shit. Also, yeah, we can check this. Since we have power bombs now. I think I'm fine without that. Yeah, that cat's about how I'm feeling right now, Jimbo. Think we lay a power bomb here, it's fine. Yes! Okay, here we go. We're cooking now. Boink. Shouts to the abysmal tiling errors in the pipe. Meh. 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 Those dudes are either literally nothing or the most annoying thing ever, bar none. Save. You don't gotta tell me twice, baby. Hey, Adam, give me some useless garbage. Level 3 keycard can be found on a core experience site. Oh, I wonder which one. What was over here? +5. You never know. It could have been a power bomb tank. Those are vital, I'll have you know. So here's the deal. Go over here. Kill Xbox. Go and get our hint for wherever our third and final Metroid is. Actually, I left out the part where we save after killing Xbox, then we warp out. Then we get the hint, then we warp out. Power bombs are in Sector 5. Gee, thanks. Pretty sure I needed power bombs to get... Needed power bombs to get the red key card, to get the level 4 hint that tells me where power bombs are. Adam, I'm going to, like, kneecap you. I know I can't kneecap you because you're a computer and you don't have these, but trust me, I'm gonna find a way. Monkey fight. That's a great emote. Alright, we go again. Now we have all the doors. At long last. Now watch, as the last Metroid is going to be on the stupid Shine Spark chute that I go through to get to the last Metroid hint. Warning, no entry without authorization. Hey, we didn't need to stop with that other save room since there's one like right here. My bad. It's a power bomb tank. Alright, Adam, stop hiding things from me. Main deck silo catwalk, we definitely got that one. Overgrown cache, I'm pretty sure that's the one right above Notori. Garbage chute, there we go. We're in go mode. Well, now. Yeah. It took some doing, but we're nearly there. Going to go here first because the other two are right next to a save room, so I can just like go over there, get the Metroids, and then save. Hey Adam, tell me something I don't know. The wave beam can be found in main deck. You are failing at the simple task that I have queried you for. Samus. Alright, so is it going to be the one that we Shine Spark through or the one that's off to the side? My money's on the first. Nope, it's the second. There it is. Two to go, and we know exactly where they are. Let's depart from this location post-haste. He made a routing decision so awesome that they subtracted half an hour from his time. Now we just hang out with the silly Chozo statue. The other silly Chozo statue. Man, shut up. Man, shut up. I think one of my favorite bits that I do during these Metroid Fusion streams is just like spam missiles and the eye doors, because I'm like, we all know what's going to happen to them. Look at that damage. We can return to the operations deck. For real, C-System. Bonk. Thank you, Save Warping. Love you long time. I'm glad they still haven't fixed the thing where it plays a normal main deck music for like 1 second. I've gotten this hint already, I think, but how do you feel about this? Yeah, that's how we figured out where super missiles were. What a friend. Alright, this time the boss fight's going to be really funny and fast because we actually got plasma. The CX doesn't know how to deal with plasma, which is hilarious considering it also has plasma. Look at this loser. See, look how much faster that phase went compared to the last time. You think it would have been cool if Sax used Super Metroid physics? That would be cool. I do appreciate that the Sax still uses the green screw attack, as opposed to the rainbow one that Samus gets in this game. I've heard that like its running animation isn't just Samus's, and it's like designed to look more like SM Samus's. I haven't like compared them. Yeah, nice. I love minor details. It swings both arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go do the Mario. Well, I mean, Samus does that too. Just she doesn't do that if you aren't holding shots. One thing I find funny is, like, if you go through a door or a transition while you're holding a charge beam, you get to see the rare time where Samus holds the charge beam without, like, holding her gun barrel out. Like, she's just, like, charging it while running. She does not care. Also, that is totally... the sprite for the charge is totally teleporting to her feet for some reason. Awesome. I love jank. No, I was too slow. I could have saved it. Save me. Anyway, this is another fight that'll go faster because we have the fabled beam of plasma. Don't care, didn't ask. To be specific, Stags uses slightly crushed SM sprites. That's what I thought. Yo, the ship kind of matches me. The ship looks like Samus in the Omega suit in Metroid Prime, because in Metroid Prime it still has a blue visor, which I honestly think looks kind of cool. Yeah, speaking of random minor details, that one that I just told you. Fortunately, now our ship just looks purple again. She should have a blue visor, but you guess the devs forgot. Yeah, I think they just wanted the good old-fashioned green, because, yeah, that's what she always has. Mm. But with that, it has been 2 entire Metroid Fusion scenes. The cutscene sprites use blue, so... yeah, you're right. Shit. He's spitting facts. Winner? Yeah, winner the second time. Definitely took more doing than the first seed did. But I mean, I asked to be trolled, and I was. All's as it should be, I guess. Now, as per usual, since it's late, that means that the stream is ending. Since the stream is ending, is there anyone who exists that I feel like raiding? Your rat. Hey, not yet. We get to the rat later. Also, you bringing up your rat reminds me that I need to look for the Drake emote. Alright, here it comes. Now, legally speaking, there's probably like an extra half hour added on to whatever time we get here. Green visor here. 1:14:59. It was definitely longer RTA, though. 71% items. See you. Next mission. Unfortunately, I'm still hunting for someone to raid. Let's see. How about I see some Ape Escape 2 speedrunning. So I think, well, if we throw it over to Zingo Chris. Thanks everyone for being here, for raiding, for chatting, for chilling out and all that. For this return to Metroid Fusion, which is probably going to be a bit more frequent now that we're out of the UFO 50 mines. But thanks for showing up and hanging. As per usual, expect to see me next weekend. I'll see you then. Peace.